Hello, Richard the Dick Coughlan 000. This is going to be as quick a video as possible, attempting to address Sam Harris and his recent article in defence of profiling regarding people who look Muslim in regards to security at certain places such as airports and the like. There was another video done by Rith Randell, now known as Cardinal Virtues. I'll leave a link to his video below, as well as a link to Sam Harris's article. Following the release of his article a few days ago, there was a lot of outrage, and much of the negative comments came in the form of him being accused of basically facilitating racism within the system. And this is certainly the case when he continues to say about people who look Muslim. What exactly does looking Muslim mean? We don't really know. I only imagine it means brown guy with a beard, which of course could mean anyone. But then of course anyone can be Muslim, and anyone can be a Muslim and look how they wish. They don't all look the same, because after all it's a religion, not a race, as people keep telling me. So if it's going to be a religion, not a race, we can't treat it like one. But here is the biggest problem of profiling of any kind, be it racial or otherwise. And let's face it, any profiling is going to ultimately come down to racial profiling, because it's got to be based on the first thing we see in front of us, i.e. the way the person looks. So Sam, you seem to be a guy who likes logic and stuff, don't you? Here's a simple problem with racial profiling that no amount of qualifiers and addendums that you add to your article is going to be able to run away from. Whenever you set up a security system based on profiling certain people as priorities for security checks, what you will find is the people who wish to commit horrid acts or terrorism against you will simply make themselves look different, i.e. look the exact opposite or different to the profile you are looking for. Or they will go a step further and hire people who look the exact opposite. So racial profiling has not solved any problem, it's just given a minor obstacle for the terrorist to overcome, one that can be overcome quite easily. Racial profiling, quite simply put, Sam, is nothing more than the final resort of the paranoid delusional moron who has fallen for the trap and believed the hype. You say in your addendum of your article that at the end of the day it's Muslims who are most often linked with this sort of terrorist activity. Well, it's Muslims who are the most reported on, Sam, but if you actually look at the facts, the figures and the statistics, it's actually a very small percentage are committed by Muslims. In fact, if you look at it, domestic terrorism is a much greater problem. I mean, look at Anders Breivik. There's a guy who's a white Christian Zionist. Should we go around profiling all white Christian Zionists who come into security at airports, or people who look a bit like Anders Breivik? Because after all, he committed a terrorist attack that killed 2.5 times the amount of people that all the Muslims did in the 7th of July terrorist attacks in London. In short, Sam, calm down, walk away, and try being a bit more rational about this. Racial profiling of any kind doesn't work. Richard the Dick Coughlan 000. Good night. May God be less.